taking shots at the enemy. I'm gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy. If I got something to say, you better let me speak. Turn it up a new degree, bitch, you ain't seen anything. I pop off with the new rock, electronic, blow the sonic roof up. I'm too honest when I take a few shots. They're too toxic, need to take the noose off. You cannot save me, 'cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are have-nots. You are not as tough as you never guess. I don't slack, don't lose, learn your lesson yet. When I get to choose what I do, I'm like a weapon. I'm not sharp as many, but got hard, I'm ready to change. Scars to envy, to win large and plenty. I like to play fast, never change back. Calling out, I'll pay back, 'cause I'm great at that. Oh, you cannot save me, 'cause I don't need saving. It's tougher. The one that doesn't fuck with me. I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who were have-nots, who were not as tough as me. The one that doesn't fuck with me. I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who were have-nots, who were not as tough as me.
Hello, 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 hello. Hello. I'm so glad to see you all tonight. Hello, hello. If you're coming in, make sure you peck that mudda clucking like or the dislike, whichever you prefer. It's fine either way. And if you are listening to this on replay, make sure you leave me a comment and tell me what you think about this conversation we're about to have, because I like to talk shit in the comments. So what's up? How's everybody's Monday night going? I love seeing you guys. Hello, hello. Grandma Sherry, if you did not catch her stream, make sure you go catch it now. Or no, hold on. Stay here and go catch it after this. Oh, it was such a good, peaceful stream, and it's just about real life issues. Like, it was wonderful. Yes, Cammy. Too bad Tess is still blocked. Well, you're blocked, so there's that. Skirt, hold up.
It smells like straight pure shit. Like for real.
Tess is always full of shit, man. Hey, SoFlo. Hello, hello, everybody coming in. Hey, Shambles. I'm being Shambles. Everything's fine. It was a great stream, Kate. Hey, Burden. What we need to do to get you a new computer, girl? Who we need to write? Who we need to write to get the boyfriend on that? I know. I heard you say, I ain't going to ask him for it. Girl, I'll ask him for you. Oh, I swear I am being good. I swear I am. I swear. Hey, Kathy P. Skirt, hold up. It was good, peaceful vibes. Tonight, okay, let's get ready. Let's get ready to rumble. Not really. So, okay. I talked about it. I touched on it a little bit the other night about how interjecting yourself too much into a missing child's case can be detrimental. We all know that. We've seen the Summerwells community. We all see what a shit show they turned that baby's case into. And I mentioned something about someone, you know, doing that with Stacey Wandra. Stacey Wandra's been hitting the streets. That's not so much the problem. It kind of is, just because, like, how hard does that have to be for Brandy? You know what I'm saying? But then again, it's kind of good because I know Ellie's just sitting there watching every single one of these interviews, like, yeah, comparing notes on what this dude is saying. So it's a double-edged sword. But the reason I wanted to talk about this, now this does have to do with Brooks from Crime Lines and Lies. Brooks, I love you, bitch. You know that. I think this is a good discussion. I hope you don't take it to heart. You might, but I hope you don't. And the reason I wanted to have this discussion is because somebody that I'm really close to, and I respect this person's opinion so much. like when we were discussing this situation, her thoughts about it were completely opposite of mine. It couldn't be more different. I was, a little upset. She was like, I don't see what the big deal is. So I thought, okay, well, that would be a good discussion. All opinions are welcome. If you think it's fine, cool. Tell me why you think it's fine. If you think it's not, don't be mean about it, but tell me what makes you feel like it's not okay. Okay, so this, let's see. This has to do with Monkey Michael Vaughn's case. He's been missing it's going on 2 years now, or 3 years, isn't it? Isn't it coming up on 3 years? And his case has been, they're still putting things together. They're still trying to figure this out. And Brandy, Michael's mama, has done very well not to allow a circus to take over Michael's case the same way it did with Summers. Okay, so she's been very, very good about not allowing that to happen, and for stopping that from happening. Michael Joseph Vaughn, 5 years old. I think he would be 7 now. 3'7", 50 pounds, blonde hair, blue eyes, last seen wearing light blue Minecraft shirt, dark blue boxer briefs, and sandals, possibly flip-flops. Call Fruitland Police Dispatch 208-642-6008 with information. Oh, did she? Brandy had a list of questions for Brooks to ask. Yes, Brandy does support Brooks. I support Brooks, but there's just certain, like when I heard this phone call the other day, I was kind of sketched out about it. I don't know, Grain. But he went missing on July 27th. I can never remember the year. I think it was 2021. Correct me if I'm wrong. Where's Perfectly? Perfectly's really good about that. Thank you for dropping her link, Grandma. We're going to actually be going over Purple Phoenix's link or live if somebody wants to drop Purple's link as well. Yes, 2021, July 27th, 2021, between 6:40 and 7 p.m. Hey, Steph V. I wanted to make sure I put the flyer up because we are discussing things revolving around Monkey. It's just so sad, man. We just want the baby home. Just want the baby home. So the best way I can kind of sum this up for you is Brooks was the first person that Stacy Wandra, who was a suspect in missing Michael Vaughn's case, she was the first one to do interviews with Stacy Wandra. I think she did 3. The first one was pretty long. The second one I think got cut short, and I also think the third one got cut short. He would likely look a lot different now. I know, Small Wildflowers. I know, girl. So she did the 3 interviews with him, and then he started bouncing around to all the other panels, right? Doing his interviews there. And when he stopped doing the interviews was after his interview on Sweet Misery True Crime. It was a terrible interview. I do not suggest you watch it. And apparently he was still in contact with Brooks, who is the host of Crime, Lines, and Lies. And so Brooks, okay, Purple was up here talking about True Crime with Eve. Hey, YouTube Duckery. True Crime with Eve is also a channel I like. I support a lot of channels. The difference in Josh and Justin and Josh, when I say Josh, I mean the lab. The difference in True Crime with Eve and Josh and Justin in them is that True Crime with Eve is willing to look at the whole timeline. She thinks which she's right, every single second, every single minute of Tyler's timeline is important to figure out how Monkey went missing. I don't think she's trying to blame the parents. I think she's just saying like, hey, there could have been some irresponsibility going on, but that doesn't mean you deserve your child to come up missing. But I think that's kind of what she alludes to. And that part I don't agree with. But for the most part, she sticks only to facts, only to what is known 100%. So Purple, Brooks, the lab, Justin, Crime Sleuthin', aka Bangs, Bangs, bang, bang, bangs. They all have a problem with Eve because Eve is willing to question the timeline of the parents. Okay. So that's what Purple's Live was about. And it's titled When a YouTube Creator Tries to Prove a Suspect Innocent, because that's what they feel like Eve is trying to do. That's not what I take from it, but I can understand why other people take it that way. There's been a few things in the past Brooks has done that's been a little questionable, but we all do questionable things. It doesn't mean just because you do something questionable, I'm just going to like hammer down on you. No, like she still seems to be a good person. And every time I've had a breakdown, when me and Queen broke up, Brooks always reaches out to check on me. And I appreciate that so much. Along with Alex Erickson, they both they're always there to check on me. And that means a lot. Right. That's another part. We're going to go into that conversation tomorrow, Katie B. The conversation of why is it okay to treat the Wells one way and be mad at somebody who is questioning the parents on Michael's case. So it's a huge difference. We're going to go over that tomorrow. But what this is the live I did last week talking about how getting too close to these suspects in the missing child's cases could be detrimental to their cases. I say that and I use Benny Keys and the way he would flirt with Candace, Cher and the way she would flirt with Dawn. And look at that. Look at how much of a circus that has turned into. So when I came across this, I woke up and it was playing. It was just automatically playing on my phone. And so when I started listening, I was like, what? What is this? So I wanted to share it with you guys. And I want your opinion, whether you agree or disagree. I want your opinion on what you think about this situation. This is Brooks' recorded phone call with Stacey Wandra. All right. I'm going to start a poll really quick. Do not answer the poll yet. Wait until you hear it. Wait until, you get a vibe of what's going on and then answer it. Okay.
Trying to call to talk about your lunch, but you're in such a nasty
I'm going to slow it back down.
mood. Trying to call to talk about your lunch, but you're in such a nasty mood.
What?
I said Greg was calling back to talk about your lunch, but you're in such a nasty mood. And I
Greg is Brooks's husband.
don't know why.
I just don't understand why you don't grasp that when I literally asked you to stop talking.
feel about this. You don't respect that, and it's so frustrating.
Well,
I said I want nothing to do with talking about this. Period.
Thank you for renewing Cash Money.
I'm done. But you seem to always be the mastermind of the manipulation and seem to always somehow finagle it in. It's beyond me. Stop.
Well,
That's all I'm asking. Stop trying to discuss this.
You didn't email me about lunch. You didn't email me about money. You emailed me to clear your name.
Yes, correct. And when I realized, when I thought that it was going to work, that's why I did that. But now I know that it's not going to work.
Well, because you went to other channels.
And it doesn't matter if I went to other channels or not.
And a lot of that is my fault. These things take time. We went to other channels. Like you said,
it's not going to happen. Okay?
No. Let me tell you. Let me tell you something right now. Even if you wanted to come on, even if you said, let's go.
Good question, Tess. I don't know, but apparently they have created such a deep friendship in 2 or 3 weeks that she's been talking to him that, just wait. But wait, Tess. Just wait.
Go live right now, like you've done before. I would say no. Because you have painted yourself in a corner with different stories. You have.
Okay, again, we're still talking about this. I don't want to talk about this like I'm starving, and I've literally been trying to.
I know, and you keep saying literally. Ask me something about.
Literally?
Yeah, literally.
Is it not literally?
And I'm literally not facing a grand jury, an indictment, and life in prison.
And I literally am not worried.
And if I was, nobody would be hanging their neck out to try to help me. I can tell you that literally. I can tell you that literally. So you're gonna let me?
Literally, I don't care. Okay?
You don't care about life in prison?
I'm not worried about getting that because I'm not going to. Do you understand?
Have you faced reality?
Brooks.
Have you faced reality?
Let it go. I'm not discussing this with you. I'm not worried. I don't care what your feeling or opinion is, okay? I'm not worried because I didn't do it. I don't give a fuck. You're not going to convince me one way or another.
I will never try to convince you to say something that you didn't do.
No, but you're saying, have you faced reality? Yeah, I actually have. I mean, the reality is I didn't do it. So I'm not worried, okay? So let that shit be. Just drop it.
Maybe I'm worried about my friend.
I don't care, Brooks. This is not what a friend does. I'm not. Not worried about it. When I tell you I'm not worried, you should respect that. Period.
So when
Sorry, I was muted. Okay, so bullshit. I'm worried about my friend. So did you, this is what I mean, did you get too deep with this suspect of Michael Vaughn's case? To me, in my opinion, for how I'm feeling, it feels icky. And I feel that's a boundary that shouldn't be crossed. What was it for? Was it to get a confession? Did you want him to confess his sins to you? That kind of thing. But just that is completely opposite of my friend, who I respect so very much, who says, I don't see nothing wrong with it. Because she's, she's putting on a show and doing what she's got to do to hopefully get some answers. Okay.
I have friends that call me and they tell me that their husband walked out on them. I should just be like, oh, well, whatever, your problem, not mine.
Hey,
I shouldn't absorb what my friends are going through.
Okay, Brooks, I'm not going through anything, okay? Hey, is this a hard road? Yes. But I'm not worried about it because in the long run, I'm not scared. At all. So let that settle. Because I'm not worried.
What are you going to do? I'm just asking you.
About what?
What are you going to do when Brandon gets squeezed enough? Or he tells...
He's not going to. He doesn't have shit on me.
No, not on you. Not on you.
That's a very good point. Tracy, is she may have been playing them. We can tell she's playing them. I mean, good God, she even admits to playing them. But this is a dude with a disability, several disabilities. And it's like, I don't know. It just feels kind of gross. Again, Brooks, I love you. But it feels kind of gross.
Not on you. But you have not divorced Sarah. What are you going... You keep saying you don't care. Maybe those are your diagnosis you have. Are you getting treated for all those?
Yeah, Tracy. I think he said on the interview that's put behind the paywall on Hidden True Crimes, the interview with Dr. John, that as an adult, he tested, I think he said in 2021, and he was only at 70 to 74 with an IQ.
Those different diagnoses, because I didn't know about that.
What is your point you're making? I don't like this. You're making no sense.
No, you.
And see, there are some people that, think like that, Born, because I might not be able to put my mindset there and view it that way, but I do understand why some people do see it that way. Born says, I admire her for doing that because sometimes you need to stroke their ego to get the truth. But she got no truth out of them. More than anything, the truth is being told by him jumping panel to panel to panel to panel and people being able to see his inconsistencies. That's where the truth is coming out. In my opinion.
You have everything figured out.
Allegedly.
Are you there?
Yeah. Once again, we're still talking about this, but go on.
Take a deep breath.
I'm not mad. Not taking a deep breath. I told you I'm fucking hungry, and you seem to always want to defer around this situation, so.
Well, I'm waiting on Greg to call back. And you get mad at me when I'm talking.
And I do think he uses his disabilities as a crutch sometimes, but it doesn't take away. I mean, like, even if he didn't use his disabilities as a crutch, you can see there's some disabilities.
I mean, you want to talk about you want to talk about the weather or your favorite movie or what you want to do this weekend?
I want to talk about this, Brooks.
Well, what are you going to do when Brandon or Adrian tells them where that duffel bag is?
Okay, then let him. I have no knowledge of it, so. And I guarantee you they don't have it. They don't have that.
I agree, Grandma.
I promise you they would have already found it, Brooks. I guarantee you they already have it. Guarantee you.
Oh my God, B&B, you took the words right out of my mouth, homie. I've missed you, B&B. Hello. But yeah, sounds like Stacey and Brooks have been dating for months. Just wait. Just wait.
Who?
Who else is doing the investigation, Smartland?
Well, see, that's why I ask you, because I don't know. I'm not from this world, okay?
Oh my God, clearly. Clearly.
Okay, I'm going to take a deep breath because I cannot stand when my friends are upset with me. Okay?
Okay, well, you're making me upset, Brooks. You literally are the one that's continuing to discuss this conversation regardless of what I've said. A friend does not do that.
Well, I just keep...
A friend respects their boundaries. I have set a boundary, and you refuse to abide by it.
I know. You sound like Vince Vaughn in that movie, Breakup, where he says, I have set a boundary, and you will not cross it.
And you're clearly doing everything you can by not listening and still crossing it, aren't you? Stop. I'm just going to shut down and not even fucking talk to you, period. This is where I'm at, okay? This is what's
Vince Vaughn said that too.
No,
I'm shutting down.
I'm pretty sure he said on another stream that he didn't know he was being recorded. But don't quote me on that.
Listen, what's going to happen, okay? You can stop trying to be the master manipulator. You can stop trying to solve this case because you're not going to.
I think Brooks, if I'm not mistaken, again, don't quote me on it. I've been all over the YouTube streets keeping up with Michael Vaughn's case because I'm just that invested. And I'm pretty sure she said about 2 or 3 weeks.
You can stop trying to convince me to talk about things. Or you can just find out who's talking to me because that's what you're doing.
Well, I don't want to do that. You're my friend.
Okay, then stop.
Okay, well then I won't lean on you for my problems anymore. Okay?
Well, I don't need you to. You don't need me to. I'm not a fucking problem solver. I have gave you positive encouragement. I've told you to work it out with Greg. I'm not a problem solver. I'm not a fucking mediator. Just like I don't reach out to you and talk to you about my problems. I don't care. It's not my fault.
Well, you do.
So right here, he said he's not here to fix her marriage with Greg. Weird, strange. I doubt Greg and Brooks are having any issues in their marriage. That's not our business. But I'm assuming that's part of the manipulation and part of the story of what she was leading Stacy to believe.
Do.
I don't. No, you do. I asked you for help with food.
Well, I mean, and how is that my problem?
Is that something a counselor can solve? No.
Well, I mean, I'm not a counselor. Like you told me, I'm dumb as a box of rocks. I'm a retard. I'm a faggot like Justin. I mean, you name it. I mean, you told my husband, that you're aware that I have feelings for you, and you said to him that you would be our marriage counselor.
Yeah, Brooks, and then I thought about it.
Bruh. What? Excuse me? What?
The fuck? The fuck? The fuck? The fuck? The fuck you say?
What in the actual hell? I can't even get my brain to wrap around that specific statement. Oh, it's disturbing. To me, it is. Maybe not to others, and I don't blame you if you don't find it disturbing. All opinions are welcome.
And I'm not about to get involved in somebody else's marriage. Like, I'm not. It's not my circus, not my monkeys, okay? Like, okay. Asking for help with food is a different story. If you don't want to help me out with food, that's fine. I'll find another source. Like I usually have to anyways. Because, whenever I ask you for money, it's like a challenge.
I agree,
told you we didn't have the money on Monday.
Okay, and I get that. I'm not talking about that. But it always seems like there's triple questions to everything with you.
Are you there, Purple?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So this has been my life for 2 weeks with him.
There you go, Chasen. 2 weeks. Here, I'm going to speed her up while she talks about this. I think she plays the call a second time and then she talks a little more about it. So let's see.
Wow. That's crazy.
My question is, where is the duffel bag?
Right.
And if I go back, he'll say they're never going to find it. But it was spectacular that he did say that he would counsel my husband and me through marriage counseling. That was awesome.
Wow. I don't think he needs to be counseling nobody.
And he did tell my husband that I have feelings for him. And that was awesome. That was great.
What? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, girl, I don't know how you did it.
Well, I just kind of feel bad for my husband because he was on the phone going, yeah, no,
Right.
no, you're not the marriage counselor. You ought to hear from all these
As he should be. He should be like, Brooks, what the fuck are you doing, shawty? What is up?
people he has lived with.
Wow.
That Indian woman that was on the phone with me screaming at him saying, you're stinky, you're stinky. You have to go. You have to go. You're stinky. Everything about you is stinky.
Yeah.
Kinda. Yeah, it is. I would think it falls in that category.
Wow.
I asked one thing, where is the duffel bag? And he said, they're not going to find it.
Really?
Yeah, I can go back if you want to hear it again.
Sure.
Well, you should respect that. Period.
So when I have friends that call me, okay, so you have to hear my loud mouth. This is like basically a Taster's Choice moment for two friends. But the important part is the duffel bag.
I don't know, Nunya. I don't know. Did she think she was going to get a confession to play for YouTube or use as content? I don't think so. Brooks doesn't seem like that type of character to me. Maybe she felt like do whatever is necessary to get a confession to take to the police. I think that would be more along the lines, but I'm not sure because look, here we are and she's on Purple's playing this recorded phone call. So I don't know. I don't know.
Greg was trying to call to talk about your lunch, but you're in such a nasty mood.
What?
I said, Greg was calling back to talk about your lunch, but you're in such a nasty mood, and I don't know
I
why.
just don't understand why you don't grasp that when I literally ask you to stop talking about this. You don't respect that, and it's so frustrating.
Well,
I said I want nothing to do with talking about this. Period. I'm done. But you seem to always be the mastermind of the manipulation and seem to always somehow
Probably
claim that it's
not.
beyond me. Stop.
well,
Probably not, Jason. So really, what would be the point? Content. And that's so disappointing.
Stop
you
trying
did-
to discuss this.
you
I
didn't
don't care.
you didn't email me about lunch. You didn't email me about money. You emailed me to clear your name.
Yes, correct. And when I realized when I thought that it was going to work, that's why I did that. But now I
Well-
know that it's not.
When I thought it was going to work. You see, this is what sociopaths do.
Yeah.
And don't forget, I'm in love with him. And yeah, I'm in love with Stacy. And he had to apologize to my husband and tell him that he would give us counseling.
That is weird. And I agree perfectly. He didn't just come up with these conclusions himself. There was some flirting behind the scenes or something going on to cause this kind of interaction, which is a weird interaction anyways. Why would he tell her husband, hey, I think Brooks is obsessed with me, and then offer to counsel them? Give them marriage counseling. It's so weird. It's bizarre.
Well, because you went to other channels.
It doesn't matter if
and-
you went to other channels or not.
And a lot of that is my fault. These things take time. Like
It's
you
not
said,
going to happen. Okay?
no. Let me tell you.
It's going to-
No, let me tell you something right now. Even if you wanted to come on, even if you said, let's go live right now, like you've done before, I would say no. Because you have painted yourself in a corner with different stories. You have.
And then we're still talking about this. Like, I don't want to talk about this. Like, I'm starving, and I've literally been trying to.
I know, and you keep saying literally. Ask me something about me.
Literally?
Yeah, literally.
Is it not literally?
And I mean, I'm literally not facing a grand jury, an indictment, and life in prison.
And I literally am not worried.
I agree, Deets. And I know Brandy supports Brooks. And like somebody in chat earlier said, like Brandy gave Brooks a list of questions she would like for Brooks to ask Stacy. And it's like, surely Brandy has to see, like, this is muddying the waters. This is turning Michael's case into what Summer's case was turned into. And it's really fucking sad.
And if I was, nobody would be hanging their neck out to try to help me. I can tell you that literally. I can tell you that literally. So you're gonna let me?
I don't care.
Zero chill.
You don't care about life in prison?
I'm not worried about getting that because I'm not going to. Do you understand?
Have you faced reality?
Brooks.
Have you faced reality?
Let it go. I'm not discussing this with you. I'm not worried.
This is who matters.
I don't care what your feeling or opinion is, okay? I'm not worried because I didn't do it. I don't give a fuck. You're not going to convince me one way or another.
I will never try to convince you to say something that you didn't do.
No, but you're saying, have you faced reality? Yeah, I actually have. I mean, the reality is I didn't do it. So I'm not worried.
Thank you, Grandma.
So let that shit be. Just drop it.
You know, maybe I'm worried about my friend.
I don't care, Brooks. This is not what a friend does.
I think he got that confused between him and Brandy.
Yeah.
I agree, Deets.
But he said, I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
Wow. Thank you, Heidi, for gifting 5 memberships.
Woohoo!
Horsewoman, Shirley, and Jam 420, and Limericks.
Me too, Nunya.
Thank you, Heidi.
I mean, what are your thoughts, Purple?
I think this dude is an ass, first and foremost. He's acting like people owe him something for telling his story. And honestly, I think he's guilty. I think they're all guilty. And there ain't no way in hell that he's not going to be held accountable for this. I think he thinks his shit don't stink.
I'm not worried about it. When I tell you I'm not worried, you should respect that. Period.
So when I have friends that call me and they tell me that their husband walked out on them, I should just be like, oh, well, whatever, your problem, not mine. I shouldn't absorb what my friends are going through.
Okay, Brooks, I'm not going through anything, okay? Hey, is this a hard road? Yes. But I'm not worried about it because in the long run, I'm not scared. At all. So let that settle. Because I'm not worried.
What are you going to do? I'm just asking you.
About what?
What are you going to do when Brandon gets squeezed enough? Or he tells
He's not going to. He doesn't have shit on me.
No, not on you. Not on you. Not on you. But you have not divorced Sarah. What are you going? What are you going? You keep saying you don't care. Maybe those are your diagnosis you have. Are you getting treated for all those different diagnoses? Because I didn't know about that.
What is your point you're making? I don't like this. You're making no sense.
No, you have everything figured out. Are you there?
Yeah. We got it. Once again, we're still talking about this, but go on.
Take a deep breath.
I'm not mad. Not taking a deep breath. I told you I'm fucking hungry, and you seem to always want to defer around this situation. So.
Well, I'm waiting on Greg to call back, and you get mad at me when I'm talking. I mean, you want to talk about you want to talk about the weather or your face? Okay, and fair enough. No one likes the sound of my voice. I will say this right now.
Oh shit!
He did to
It was me, Tess. I'm sorry, y'all. I forgot to mute. I was eating a piece of ice. I'm sorry.
To Justin yesterday, I would call a hate crime.
I would too. That's just nasty.
Justin
Nasty.
is my friend, and he had no right to do that.
Yeah, that's. Oh, Justin said he don't give a. He gets his ass. Oh yeah, still, that's wrong.
Favorite movie or what you want to do this
I
weekend?
don't talk about this, Brooks. I don't.
Well, what are you going to do when Brandon or Adrian tells them where that duffel bag is?
Okay, then let him. I have no knowledge of it, so, and I guarantee you they don't have it. They don't have that. Because I promise you they would have already found it, Brooks.
Okay, so the big concern with Stacy and with Brandon is the duffel bag.
Right. Now, how is he so sure they're not going to find it, or if they don't already have it?
He said they're not going to find it, or they would have already found it. You know, there are people that are way, way smarter than me.
Me too.
Well, I'll keep my opinions to myself.
But the one thing it seems to me between Stacy and Brandon, I've never spoke to Adrian. What they're concerned about is the duffel bag.
Right.
And why?
Exactly. If it just had clothes in it. Interesting.
No, that's
Very interesting.
Cher, voices behind the
I guarantee you they
wall.
already have it. Guarantee you.
Who?
Who else is doing the investigation, smart one?
Well, see, that's why I ask you, because I don't know. I'm not from this world, okay?
Oh my God, clearly. Clearly.
Okay, I'm going to take a deep breath because I cannot stand when my friends are upset with me, okay? Okay, he farted in that part, okay? He obviously has some issues and he farts a lot. I mean, I was embarrassed, you know, for other people when he just, you know, just lets one rip. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, you can't just, there's something going on.
Yeah.
I mean, he farts all the time.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, he will just fart. And
There is a time and a place for everything.
yeah, it's called the bathroom. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I've let one rip here and there, but it's silent.
Right.
But those blubber buns, I mean, I'm telling you something right now. It's like a tornado. So you're going to hear another few farts, okay?
Okay.
Okay, well, you're making me upset, Brooks. You literally are the one that's continuing.
Okay. That's where he said, Brooks, you are the one that's making me upset. Am I making him upset?
No, he's not getting what he wants, so he's throwing a fit like a 2-year-old.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's the one that's sitting there farting and talking about the duffel bag, not me.
Yeah.
Who else is doing the investigation, smart one?
Well, see, that's why I ask you, because I don't know. I'm not from this world, okay?
Oh my God, clearly. Clearly.
Okay, I'm going to take a deep breath because I cannot stand when my friends are upset with me, okay?
Okay, well, you're making me upset, Brooks. You literally are the one that's continuing to discuss this conversation.
He just farted again.
Regardless of what I've said. A friend does not do that.
Well, I just keep...
A friend respects. No, a friend respects their boundaries. I have set a boundary, and you refuse to abide by it.
I know. You sound like Vince Vaughn in that movie Breakup, where he says, I have set a boundary and you will not cross it.
Well, and you're clearly doing everything you can by not listening and still crossing it, aren't you? Stop. I'm just going to shut down and not even fucking talk to you, period. This is why now, okay? This is what's
Vince Vaughn said that too.
No,
I'm shutting down.
This is what's going to happen.
He's a huge Vince Vaughn fan, and he quotes movies of his all the time. So if you follow Vince Vaughn, you can follow Stacy when he says, I have boundaries, and now I'm shutting down.
Weird.
Okay? You can stop trying to be the master manipulator. You can stop trying to solve this case because you're not going to.
No, you don't have deja vu. She's replaying it. She's replaying the message.
You can stop trying to convince me to talk about things. Or you can just flat out lose talking to me because that's what you're doing.
I don't want to do that. You're my friend.
Okay, then stop.
Okay, well then I won't lean on you for my problems anymore, okay?
I don't need you to. You don't need me to. I'm not a fucking problem solver. I have gave you positive encouragement. I've told you to work it out with Craig. I'm not a problem solver. I'm not a fucking mediator. Just like I don't reach out to you and talk to you about my problems.
I will never understand why he thought that he would come in between myself and my husband.
Right.
I mean, to the point that he would say to my husband, I can be your marriage counselor and I will move in with you and I can mediate your marriage.
What? I don't understand.
The fuck? The fuck? The fuck? The fuck? The fuck you say?
Okay, it's not my fault.
Well, you do.
I mean, you do. I asked you for help with food.
Well, I mean, and how is that my problem?
Is that something a counselor can solve? No.
Well, I mean, I'm not a counselor. Like you told me, I'm dumb as a box of rocks. I'm a retard. I'm a faggot like Justin. I mean, you name it. I mean, you told my husband, that you're aware that I have feelings for you. And you said to him that you would be our marriage counselor.
Right, Amber?
Yeah, and then I thought about it, and I'm not about to get involved in somebody else's marriage. Like, I'm not. It's not my circus, not my monkeys, okay? Like, asking for help with food is a different story. If you don't want to help me out with food, that's fine. I'll find another source. Like I usually have to anyways. Because, whenever I ask you for money, it's like a challenge.
I told you we didn't have the money on Monday.
Okay, and I get that, and we're talking about that. But it always seems like there's triple questions to everything with you.
Bruh.
Well, can I tell you a secret?
You're going to anyways. Go ahead.
No, I won't say anything. I'm just going to keep my mouth shut.
I agree, Amber. Thank you, Mom. Because that's what this is really
so
about.
I'll just leave it right there.
Wow. That's wow. That's all I can say is wow.
The math ain't mathing, is it?
Yeah.
He's trying to call me right now, and that's fine. I mean, I need some more marriage counseling.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's been one thing after another. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and go through it.
All right.
Here we go. Buckle up, buttercups.
I really don't know who on this planet just freely gives away money anyway.
Do what?
I said, I don't know who on this planet just freely gives away money anyway, unless it's a tax.
Right, I don't know, Brooke. So if this is what it's leading to, then just
I was just sitting here thinking about what I was going to say to you, trying to work up the courage to say something to you, and I just thought to myself, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, we'll go to dinner with friends, and I'm like, okay, this one's on you, and next time we go out, we'll pay or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like you said, you don't know me. You think I'm a faggot. You think I'm a retard.
I didn't call you a faggot. Correction. You took that the wrong way. Read the message again. I've never called you a faggot. Try again.
Oh, I said to you, I'm not a detective. And you said you're just like flamboyant faggot and Josh.
Just like flamboyant faggot, calling him flamboyant the faggot. Never called you. I said you're just like flamboyant faggot. Never call you a
my
faggot.
God. Yeah, she just had to play that part. Like, why? Why? Why?
It smells like straight pure shit. Like for real.
What was the point? To get people angry?
I was calling Justin a faggot because he is.
How was he a faggot?
How is he not a faggot? He's a flamer. He's gay. He's queer. He's about as gay as they fuck.
Let me take Michael's photo off right now while they're going into all that. Trigger warning.
Can come.
Okay, so I'm going to stop it right there because Justin is my friend. And the things that he says about Justin is horrible. And that hurts my feelings a lot because Justin's my friend.
Wow. That is crazy.
And I don't want Justin to hear that.
How many views? Let me pause this. How many views? This shit's got 3,000 views. So 3,000 people have heard it. And you think Justin didn't?
Voice that says that's hate speech. Be careful playing that.
Yeah, let's not do that. I'm just gonna take that off, you know. So
me too, Truth. Me
you know,
too.
that's how he is.
Right.
And Justin has been nothing but kind to him.
Do you mean
Wow.
she or he, Nunya? He claims on another interview he did, or maybe I don't know. I think I heard somewhere that he told somebody that he didn't know that this was a recorded conversation. So I'm not sure.
That is absolutely despicable, disgusting.
And I hope that, you know, if Justin, if he hears this, he will know that he is my friend.
Clearly.
And the things that were said about him are despicable.
Clearly.
Right. They wanted to know when that phone call was, how long ago?
Shoot. This morning sometime.
Oh, today. Wow.
Yes, I am, Tess. You and your ears, man.
Of course.
Wow.
Wow, yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, Stacey is trash.
I think
He's not
that's the
fit
end of
calling
it.
names
Let
because
me
he didn't
see.
get what he wanted.
Let's speed it up and we'll see.
2-year-old. Right, he don't care about anything but himself.
Yeah. I mean, what to do? I mean,
That's just. Why don't you hit up Eve for money? I'm sure she'll give him some. Hell, let's a couple more $100.
oh, exactly. I mean, I just don't want to continue, you know, that recording. And I don't want Justin, and especially, I don't want Josh to hear what he said. It's horrible.
Oh, Josh will rip his ass apart. Now, do you think maybe Eve could be telling him to act like this towards people?
Honestly, I don't know. I have zero idea about that. If I can share the screen again, excuse me.
You sure can.
And I mean, I shouldn't be sitting here going, oh, I feel so bad for Josh and Justin and things like that. But I mean, it's all about Michael. 100%.
Is
The thing
it?
is, this is what we're dealing with.
Is it?
Right.
Should be less than people.
Okay, so she didn't want to keep playing it because she didn't want Josh to hear what he said about him, but yet here we are sharing our screen again to play it the rest of the way.
Texting me last night said people are offering me money to give up where he's at.
Well, I saw somebody offered you $10,000. I didn't know what it was for because I was switching back and forth between that and keeping up with my friend Trev's channel. So I didn't even know what they were offering money for. If somebody offered me,
it wasn't dumb. Like it wasn't obvious. But, I mean, it's not hard to figure out. Why in the world would somebody offer that much money
Yep.
just for me going on the show? Really?
Exactly.
Put two and two together, books. It's not.
You're right, Mom.
And then you would text me it. Some people are willing to offer you money. Specifically.
well, I know that you've been you've been having a problem with funds. And I said, there's some people on Josh's channel that are offering money. And I sent you the link. And
I know exactly what you did.
And then next time I heard from you, you were in the hospital. I mean, I didn't see a link out there or anything for you to come up. And I didn't exactly know the text of the conversation. But I mean,
I wouldn't come up. I wouldn't even. There's no reason for me to go back on YouTube. I don't care.
okay, this whole conversation, and he actually sent this to me, is because I sent him a link to Josh from the lab, and I said, they're offering you $10,000 and got $20,000 to say what you know about Michael. And for some reason, he was inflamed. And I know he's listening right now.
Texted me last night and said people are offering me money to give up where he's at.
Well, I saw somebody offered you $10,000. He goes, they're offering money to tell me where he's at.
No.
I didn't know what it was for because I was switching back and forth between that and
Texted me last night and said people are offering me money to give up where he's at.
well, I saw somebody offered you $10,000. I didn't know what it was for because I was switching back and forth between that and keeping up with my friend Trev's channel. So I didn't even know what they were offering money for. If somebody offered me,
it wasn't dumb. Like it wasn't obvious. But, I mean, it's not hard to figure out. Why in the world would somebody offer that much money just for me going on the show? Really? Put two and two together, books. It's not. And then you would text me it. Some people are willing to offer you money. Specifically.
well, I know that you've been you've been having a problem with funds. And I said, there's some people on Josh's channel that are offering money. And I sent you the link. And
I know exactly what you did.
And then next time I heard, yeah, thank God for me. Because no one just asked me to come on a show to get $20,000.
Right, me either.
That would be simple. Heard from you, you were in the hospital. I mean,
Yeah, that's what he said, Chasing. That she texted him and was like, hey, somebody's offering you $10K over here on Josh's channel.
I didn't see a link out there or anything for you to come up. And I didn't exactly know the text of the conversation. But I mean,
I wouldn't come up. I wouldn't even. There's no reason for me to go back on YouTube. I don't care if I'm fucking getting paid money. I have nothing else to say.
I got you. Well, I know Josh is saying that you were messaging him for money.
Yeah, I asked him one fucking time, and asked him to help me out with being able to get a little bit of hygiene shit, some food, etc. I don't know exactly why that's such a crime, but it's okay.
No, it's not. I'm just saying. I don't even.
Apparently to him it is. Apparently to him it is.
I mean, I don't even have to know because, I mean, I think maybe he's confused because you're saying I don't need money to be on a show, but you were extremely upset with him on Sunday, and then you're messaging him saying, I need money to get hygiene products.
Hey, Brittany.
He literally reached out to me on Messenger like 2 months ago. I was able to hack into my old Facebook, and I saw
Oh,
that he messaged me. So when I responded to him, I didn't know that his name was who I was. He was the podcaster that has been on the labs. I didn't know that was him.
Me either, Jeanette.
Like it literally said Josh R. And I was like, who the fuck is this?
Hey, Truth Seeker.
I didn't know that was him. He had to tell me through text me. So
It was very good, Mama.
you know who this is, right? I was like, no, he goes to the labs. I was like, cool.
yeah. Well, see, when I message people from the show, it says Crime Lines and Lies. It doesn't have my name.
Yeah, no, he's got his personal profile.
No, because and it took, I think like maybe a year ago, I got one for the channel because people were confused.
Well, it was offered to him, Chasen. It was offered. Yeah, the Dr. John interview was it was done really well. And very respectful. Now, do I like that it's behind a paywall? No, but I get it because they did do another interview with his wife interviewing Stacy, and that one was left up for the public. But it's in the tier. You got to become a member to get it. You got to become a member of the Hidden Opal tier on Hidden True Crimes. Can somebody drop that link? Or did somebody already? Okay. So that's where the interview is. And it was really good. It started from the beginning for Stacy. Like, he went through childhood and everything. Like, it was like a get to know him, to understand him kind of thing.
They didn't know who, Brooks is, even though it's an uncommon name. So I did a different Facebook profile with the channel name.
It's so worth it. So worth it, Tracy.
I'm going to skip through part of this because he also said that through Josh's personal profile, he addressed him 2 months ago.
Yeah,
and wanted to meet him.
I think I paid $5. So it's in the bottom tier too. So I just paid an extra tier. Okay, so you can just get the bottom tier. I thought for sure it was only going to be in the next one up. My bad. $3.99, totally worth it. I will also have it in my Discord.
Sex with him.
Oh boy.
FY.
Yeah. So we'll get to that in a second.
Wow.
And I guarantee Josh did not 2 months ago from a personal account get a hold of Stacy and say, I want to meet you somewhere and do something with you. That is absolutely disgusting.
Curious levels are decently high, which could lead to cancer.
What? Oh my gosh.
My liver has black spots all over it. And they said that my pancreas levels are decently high, which could lead to cancer.
What? Guys, I don't believe for a second Josh from the lab actually reached out to him 2 months ago wanting to be with him. But now he's talking about his health problems.
I don't think that happened either, just saying.
And that's the reason I skipped ahead from what he said. Oh my gosh.
Also, heads up, I'm cycling the link to this specific video in the chat for anybody who may want to leave out and speed up and avoid the stopping and going,
we have the Cancer Treatment Center of America here in Tulsa.
Yeah, I don't need that yet. It's not even confirmed that I have cancer. I still have to see a primary care physician.
Hey, love.
It might be the stress.
I don't know. She said wanting to be with them. Do I need to rewind it? Hold on. Let's see. I wonder how far back that is.
Oh my gosh. We have the cancer scale. Guys, I don't believe for a second. What? It is absolutely disgusting. And
Disgusting.
I guarantee Josh did not 2 months ago from a personal account get a hold of Stacy and say, I want to meet you somewhere and do something with you. That is absolutely disgusting. I'm not
Oh, boy.
I didn't
No.
hear Stacy
Okay.
say that.
middle name. It's confused. They didn't know who, Brooks is. Because well, see, when I message people from the show, Mhm.
I didn't know that was him. He had responded to him. I didn't know that his messenger like 2 months ago.
products.
Here we go.
He literally reached out to me on Messenger like 2 months ago. I was able to hack into my old Facebook, and I saw
Oh,
that he messaged me. So when I responded to him, I didn't know that his name was that was who I was. He was the podcaster that has been on the labs. I didn't know that was him. Like it literally said Josh R. And I was like, who the fuck is this?
Mhm.
I didn't know that was him. He had to tell me through text message. So do you know who this is, right? I was like, no. He goes, the labs. I was like, cool.
Yeah. Well, see, when I message people from the show, it says Crime Lines and Lies. It doesn't have my name.
Yeah, no, he's got his personal profile.
No, because it took, I think like maybe a year ago, I got one for the channel because people were confused. They didn't know who, Brooks is, even though it's an uncommon name. So I did a different Facebook profile with the channel name. Okay. I'm going to skip through part of this because he also said that through Josh's personal profile, he addressed him 2 months ago and wanted to meet him and have sex with him.
Okay, so she's saying that Stacy said that. I see. I didn't catch that the first time we watched this. She's saying that Stacy said that, and that is the part of the video she's going to skip over right here.
Oh, boy.
So we'll get to that in a second.
No.
And
Disgusting.
I guarantee Josh did not 2 months ago from a personal account get a hold of Stacy and say, I want to meet you somewhere and do something with you. That is absolutely disgusting.
Curious levels are decently high, which could lead to
Right, Tracy?
cancer.
What? Oh my gosh.
My liver has black spots all over it, and they said that my pancreas levels are.
Oh my God, that's a good point, Autumn. Allowed the homophobic stuff about Justin to be said, but thought that was too explicit. The fuck? The fuck you say?
Decently high, which could lead to cancer.
What? Guys, I don't believe for a second Josh from the lab actually reached out to him 2 months ago wanting to be with him. But now he's talking about his health problems.
Right, Nunya.
And that's the reason I skipped ahead from what he said.
Is that the reason?
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, Brooks. You're sus as fuss. Sus
We have
as
the
fuck
Cancer
right
Treatment
now.
Center of America here in Tulsa.
Yeah,
It might be the stress.
Listen at him sounding like Darth Vader.
probably.
Luke, I am your father.
What did they say about your bronchitis and everything?
I can't figure out why I'm coughing so much. They put me on steroids.
Was everybody at the shelter scared when you had to go?
The hospital, no, everybody was just doing their thing. I don't care what people think.
Okay, so he's saying that he has black spots on his liver and in a huge pancreas. I'm not a doctor, but it's cancerous. I mean, any thoughts, Purple?
Well, Spots on his liver sounds like fatty liver disease. That comes with obesity.
I agree with
An
that.
enlarged pancreas. We've seen him, shove the candy down his face in multiple different interviews. So if anything, he might be pre-diabetic, but the pancreas is what produces the insulin. So if his pancreas is enlarged, that means it's working overtime for his size to produce enough insulin to keep his levels within a manageable range.
Well, I don't know. I just wish him great health for the rest of his life. You get it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It might be the stress.
Probably.
It's almost over, guys.
What did they say about your bronchitis and everything?
I can't figure out why I'm coughing so much. They put me on steroids.
Was everybody at the shelter scared when you had to go?
The hospital, no, everybody was just doing their thing.
The ducks on the TV, the outside the window, and his paw prints are all over the TV.
That's right.
I don't think not Josh. I can't speak for. I honestly don't think not Josh. I can't speak for Josh, but Justin meant any harm.
Oh,
No.
he did though. He did. He didn't even apologize to me. I confronted him on it and everything.
Whoa, what?
I know.
Hold up.
Mm-hmm. There's no
Let me
remorse at all.
rewind that. Sorry, guys.
It's because he knows what he did.
That's-
Josh.
Yeah,
I honestly don't think not Josh. I can't speak for Josh, but Justin meant any harm.
Oh,
No.
he did though. He did. He didn't even apologize to me. I confronted him on it and everything.
I know.
He didn't, though. He didn't even apologize to me when I confronted him on it.
Mm-hmm. There's no remorse at all. It's because he knows what he did wrong.
And that could be part of it, because I mean, you know that, Justin, I mean, he's had it rough,
I don't care if he's had it rough. Like, it's not. When you promise somebody that something's going to stay in between the circle, you don't go and fucking spread it outside the circle. Period. And I trusted him to keep that in between the lines.
So, see, I'm curious as to what he expected Justin to keep in between the lines. I can't be the only one who's curious about that, right? Like, I don't know, Autumn Renee. That's what I'm trying to figure out. No, there shouldn't be a circle, Gemini. That's alarming.
Okay, I don't know what the circle of trust is here, but
Okay.
I didn't hear Justin say anything that's not already out in the news.
I didn't either. That's why I was trying to figure out what the hell.
Yeah, like what did he say? What did he supposedly say that broke the circle?
Well, I mean, I will ask him over and over. I'm like, what did he say?
You gonna play it?
Yeah, that's.
Like,
Well-
please quit trying to justify his actions.
Well, I'm always apologizing. Okay, so he gets mad at me for, taking up for Justin because Justin did nothing wrong. All right. And if I'm doing something wrong on your channel, just let me know.
Circle? You don't go and fucking spread it outside the circle. Period. And I trusted him to keep that in between the lines.
Yeah, he did keep saying that, Tracy.
Like,
Well-
please quit trying to justify
Several
his
times.
actions.
Well, I'm always apologizing for people and myself. I honestly,
Really? Because I still have yet to give up on an apology, so
Well, you told me I apologize all the time, and you're like, your apologies mean nothing.
Justin hasn't even made an attempt to apologize, and you do apologize all the time.
I do, because I don't want anyone to feel bad. I mean, if you want, we can go live right now, and you can say,
I'm not going live. Don't even try that shit.
I'm just giving you. You can say.
Okay, that's cool.
You can just say, yeah, he's a piece of shit. He had no right to do what he said.
Nope, I'm good.
Right, because this was a Brooks, Justin, Stacy circle, and Josh got brought up.
I mean, I still don't understand why you were saying that you only have a few days to enjoy life.
Oh my God, we're going over this again?
No, it's not that. It doesn't make any sense. I don't understand why anybody would give your attorney who doesn't represent you a heads up.
That's good to know, Forever Army. Forever says, I believe Justin addressed it on his channel and the other night on Josh's channel. I don't remember the specifics. So if anybody's wanting to look for what Stacy's referring to, that's where you'll find it.
I just don't get it.
Does, and he's going to represent me. I've already said this. There's no which way. There's not ego. It's not going to be like you're going to understand.
No, because I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to be ignorant.
Right.
If I was you, I would find a new attorney personally.
Hmm?
Well, because you said on another show that you were tired of being interrogated, that your attorney was there, and so you lied about where Michael's remains were.
I lied before I met with my attorney.
Well, I mean, what attorney would let anyone? And
again, my attorney was not present. Listen to my words.
Okay, I didn't know that you could just say, I'm not talking to you. I need an attorney.
Okay. I chose. I'm not having this conversation, but that's beside the point. It doesn't even matter.
All right. So, are we getting the gist of all this?
Oh yeah. Right. Yeah. There's no way. Yeah. He's said too much, got too cocky, in my opinion, too full of himself, that he was going to convince the world that, he had nothing to do with anything.
Yeah, this is when he told me I'm an enemy.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely, Autumn Renee. Yeah, that Dr. John interview I was talking about on Hidden True Crime. You got to become a member to get it, but it goes into all of that. You're not really left with any questions on the whole disability part.
Hey, what's going on?
No, they
I didn't
didn't.
doubt you.
No, you did though, Brooks. Absolutely did. Don't even try to deny it.
What's going on?
Let's start over.
Hey, what's going on? I didn't doubt you.
No, you did though, Brooks. Absolutely did. Don't even try to deny it. I haven't talked to my PO, Brooks, and don't even lie about that, because I literally just talked to my PO. I'm not stupid, Brooks. You're not smooth. You're not law enforcement. My POs aren't dumb enough to talk to YouTube podcasters, okay? Don't even pull that shit. I don't appreciate you lying to me. I never gave you my PO's number. That's a lie. I went through all of my text messages. That's a lie, because I never sent you her phone number, Brooks. I've never given it to you. I'm not going to give it to you. So don't even lie. And her cell phone number is what I have. And don't even think you're going to find her cell phone number on the internet. So quit fucking lying. You have no need to lie. I've never lied to you. I've never done you wrong. I've never treated you like shit like you're treating me.
Okay, so
you have lied to me for no fucking reason. No reason at all.
Yeah, his PO.
You don't lie. You don't have to lie to cover your shit. Okay? You don't think I understand?
See, I couldn't understand what she said at the beginning of the call. I didn't oust you or something like that. Here, I'll rewind just enough to hear that.
Phone number is you. I never. My penis literally.
I
Don't
just
even
on
want. Want.
hey, what's going on? I didn't doubt
do you want?
you.
No, you did though, Brooks.
I didn't what?
Absolutely did.
Didn't doubt
do you want?
you.
Want.
Hey, what's going on? I didn't doubt
you want?
you.
No, you did though.
I didn't. I can't understand what she's saying. What was your comment above, Captain? I'm sorry. Let me see. Oh, she's not called up yet. Oh. I don't see it. So creators are mentally and financially manipulating this suspect for clicks, views, and subs. That's what I'm seeing. Yes, ma'am, that's the way it looks. And then she said, I hope everyone saw my comment above. She's just making sure. I didn't doubt you. Oust? I thought oust. I didn't out you. I didn't out you. Okay. Let's keep going.
What's going on? I didn't doubt you.
No, you did though, Brooks. Absolutely did.
Yeah, something like that.
I
Don't
just
even try to deny it.
I
You haven't
asked,
talked to my PO, Brooks, and don't even lie about that because I literally just talked to my PO. I'm not stupid, Brooks. You're not smooth. You're not law enforcement. My POs aren't dumb enough to talk to YouTube podcasters. Okay? Don't even pull that shit. I don't.
So she called his PO? Wow.
Appreciate you lying to me. I never gave you my PO's number. That's a lie. I went through all of my text messages. That's a lie because I never sent you her phone number, Brooks. I never given it to you.
No
I'm not going to
transcript.
give it to you. So don't even lie. And her cell phone number is what I have. And don't even think you're going to find her cell phone number on the internet. So quit fucking lying. You have no need to lie. I've never lied to you. I've never done you wrong. Never treated you like shit like you're treating me.
okay, so
You
let's
have lied to me for no fucking reason. No
It
reason at
doesn't
all.
say. It doesn't say.
let me tell you something
You
now.
don't gotta lie to. You don't lie. You don't have to lie to cover your shit. Okay. You don't think I understand what you're trying to do? You've got me completely fucked up. Don't call me a liar. Don't tell me I've missed the last two drug tests. I guarantee you I haven't.
Hold up. What did he just say? Oh, see, that's what I get for reading y'all's comments.
I've missed the last two drug tests. Don't call me a liar. Don't tell me I've missed the last two drug tests. I guarantee you I haven't.
She told him he missed 2 of his, or he missed his last 2 drug tests. It's weird. Why would she know that?
No, I never talked to his parole officer. He gave me a phony phone number and I called this phone number, but it is information. He did not show up for the last 2 drug tests.
What are we doing here? Brooks. Oh. There has to be boundaries, girl.
But I mean, this is how my marriage counselor and boyfriend treats me.
Oh, shit.
Not to lie to cover your shit. Okay? You don't think I understand what you're trying to do? You've got me completely fucked up. Don't call me a liar. Don't tell me I've missed the last two drug tests. I guarantee you I haven't.
I didn't say you. I didn't say
Yes,
you
you
failed.
did.
I said you didn't show
No.
up.
No, that's a lie too, Brooks. Don't even try that either.
Yeah, y'all could be voting. I'm sorry. Yeah,
You're
go
not
ahead
as
and vote
smooth
if
as
you
think you
haven't.
are, okay? Listen, I'm the one that's on probation. I'm the one that has to attend my meetings with my PO. I'm the one that has to go do my drug testing. You're not. Don't act like you know how the drug test works, because you're never going to understand it. Because in some fucking way, shape, or form, you're
Brain.
so oblivious to
The
it
fuck?
to understand. Okay? I'm literally getting sick and tired of having to repeat myself a million times with you. My standpoint on things, my frustration. I shouldn't have to fucking do that.
They
one
wouldn't.
bit.
They wouldn't, Mom.
Okay? A friend is there to listen to me. A friend is there to understand a situation.
No, good
A
no.
friend does not pressure somebody into talking. A friend does not sit there.
If you haven't voted, go vote. The vote is for, do you feel this was either acceptable behavior or unacceptable behavior?
And call them a liar and lie about talking to their PO. A friend does not sit there and say that they missed two of the last two drug tests. They don't say that I didn't show up to my drug test, okay? You don't understand, Brooks, and you will never understand, because I don't have time, nor will I explain it to you. Because number one, you're not my mother, okay? You're a friend. I will not tolerate you lying to me like you did. At all. No reason for it. You're not smooth by any means. Don't even try to be smooth. Okay?
It should be there now, Moon Patch.
You don't think you don't think my PO would tell me if she got a weird phone call from a fucking podcaster? You're ridiculous. Okay? My PO literally just told me over the phone that she has never received a phone call.
Maybe the poll is messed up, but it says it's still going. And I've got 228, just got 200. Now I'm up to 230. It says it's still going.
Call from a gal named Brooks or any podcaster. And by law, my PO is legally obligated to abide by privacy law. She would never disclose any information about me. She would never talk to anybody about me. Okay? Let's just lay that out there. So I would suggest you...
I said the same thing, girl. The same thing, Carrie Moody. Say it for the ones in the back. Say it louder, baby. Yeah. Why are you making me sympathize with Mr. Wandra? Please and thank you. Let's not do that. Thank you. I sympathize with him on other things, but like, don't make like, bro.
You apologize to me for calling me a liar. I would suggest you apologize to me for making yourself look like a fucking fool. And I would suggest you apologize to me for lying to me. I'm not stupid, Brooks, okay? I do my research.
I'll ask you your vote specifically, Jason.
Well, I apologize.
You should. And I appreciate the apology, but that does not mean you need to lie to me about stupid shit.
Close the stream, Tracy, and come back in. They said it popped up. Dee said, Brandy is your friend. I know she truly cares about Michael in this case. This was a bad call to make. 1, to do it to this extent, and 2, to put this out as content. I couldn't agree more. It's just bad judgment. Bad. I agree. Like, girl.
Quit trying to act like you know everything, Brooks, because you don't. And quite frankly, I can understand why you and Greg had arguments a lot. No offense, but I kind of side with him in things.
I already know that,
Only
Jason.
imagine the frustration of dealing with you on some levels.
Okay, so he's always trying to get into the middle of my marriage for some reason.
Yeah.
For some reason. Girl. For some reason.
It smells like straight pure shit. Like for real.
Yeah, for some reason,
He's
girl.
always like, I need to talk to your husband. I want to be your marriage counselor. For some reason,
We're almost there,
you don't want to
guys.
be with him. You want to be with me.
10 minutes.
And I'm like,
Original.
I mean, you heard that earlier when I said, yeah. I'm like, you did tell my husband that,
Right.
you
Yes,
felt bad. I
Twist.
have feelings for you.
Look, listen to that again.
You felt bad. Yeah. I'm like, you did tell my husband that,
Right.
you felt bad. I have feelings for you.
What? Excuse me? Excuse me?
I heard that earlier. Wow.
And I felt bad, for old DT driver, my husband Greg. He's like, yeah, dude.
Oh, look. And Justin's over here in the chat. His fetal alcohol syndrome must have kicked in. Nice.
I think we're good. He's like, well, I can be your marriage counselor and I can talk to excuse me. I can talk to you too. And yeah, it's something totally nuts here.
Yeah.
Smoke them if you got them.
He's delusional.
Understand why you and Greg had arguments a lot. No offense, but I kind of side with him in things. I can understand, only imagine the frustration of dealing with you on some levels. And thank God I told you you need to work things out with him.
I know. Okay, I'm trying. Okay, Stacey, I'm trying.
You need to try harder. Because you trying with me ain't gonna work. You don't gotta lie to me, Brooks. You don't ever have to lie to me. I've never.
He said, you trying with me isn't going to work. Do you honestly think I'm going to leave my husband and move into the shelter with Stacey?
Right. Like what? Yeah, that's crazy talk.
Yeah.
He's got that going for him.
I'm trying.
You need to try harder. Because you trying with me ain't gonna work. You don't gotta lie to me, Brooks. You don't ever have to lie to me. I've never fucking lied to you one bit. Not anything. You don't gotta lie to cover up your fucking emotions. You don't gotta lie to think you're cool. Okay? You don't.
Okay. Now let's go through this right now. He says I have emotions for him. And he will say, you have emotions for me.
Wow. Yeah, I have emotions for him too, but they're not the way he would think.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I plead the fifth. This is the true Stacey Wanderer right here. Not who he tried to act like he was when he was in front of a bunch of people.
I mean, could you keep a straight face when Stacey Wanderer says to you, you don't have to hide your emotions for me? And I'm like,
No, I would have laughed.
I've got emotions. I do, but they're not the ones you're thinking of.
Right.
How's he know that?
Only if you really knew, buddy.
You really didn't think I'd find out if you talked to my PO? Come on. Be realistic, Brooks. You're not smooth. Not one bit. Okay? Not at all.
Okay, you're right.
Do it, Twist. Do it.
Like, you promised me you would help me out on Monday, Brooks. You promised me. I have yet to see anything follow through on your end of things with helping me today. I have literally asked for hardly anything from you. You sent me a total of $70 in total. You sent me 50 one time and 20 the other day.
What in the shambles is
And
going on?
he's right. We did send him $50
Shambles. That's what's going on.
because he was in the hospital. We sent him $20 because he was at Jimmy John's and he was overextended on his lunch bill because no one expects anyone to buy 3-foot-long subs and eat it one at the same time.
Oh wow, yeah, that's a lot.
And you literally said through a text that you would help me out on Monday. And you told me multiple times over the phone when I was freaking out the other day because I had no place to go. You said, I can help you on Monday. So the fact that you aren't following through on your word just gives me all the reason not to trust you when you say something.
Well, maybe we have a family.
Okay, Brooks, you have a family. You have kids that are growing up, Brooks. Your kids are out of the house. Again, this goes back to the whole lying situation, okay? If you truly were not going to help me, like you committed and said you were going to, fucking say it. I am tired of the runaround games, Brooke. I'm tired of them. I'm tired. Next one over, boss. A little bit over. Like, I'm tired of it. I've been lied to 90% of my life, Brooks, okay? I know when somebody's lying to me, and I know when somebody's being honest with me.
No.
I'm not stupid.
She was saying, well, I have a family, or we have a family. She's talking about her and Greg.
Yeah, I'll be right back, boss.
Okay, so, I mean, what about Valentine's Day coming up? We have grandchildren.
See?
Okay. So why lie to me, Brooks? Why? Why? I was relying on you to follow through on your word. And yet again.
And there was no word. I'm like, if we come up with some extra money, we'll send you something. But
I don't know.
That's
Is that
it.
what she said? Let's go back. Lord have mercy.
You have a family. You have kids that are. Just gives me all the reason not to trust you when you say something.
Well, maybe we have a family.
Okay, Brooks, you have a family. You have kids that.
Maybe we have a family? It's on normal speed. I could slow it down though. Let's do it again.
Growing. Trust you when you say something.
Well, maybe we have a family.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, she said maybe we have a family, but I don't know if she's saying like maybe we have a family and that's why I haven't been able to give you money. I don't know.
You have a family. You have kids that are growing up. I'm tired. Next one over, boss. A little bit over. Like, I'm tired of it.
I think so too.
I've been lied to 90% of my life, Brooks, okay? I know when somebody's lying to me and I know when somebody's being honest with me. I'm not stupid. Yeah, I'll be right back, boss.
Okay, so, I mean, what about Valentine's Day coming up? We have grandchildren.
Okay. So why lie to me, Brooks? Why? Why? I was relying on you to follow through on your word. And yet again.
And there was no word. I'm like, if we come up with some extra money, we'll send you something. But that's it.
Wow.
Here we go with the second lie. Second lie. Wow.
See, that's
pretty
I don't
impressive
know.
on a short term.
I don't know.
Haven't even known you for a couple months.
That's disgusting if so, though. Okay, so the last recording she played, she said she had talked to him that day. That was only, what, January 24th. She had talked to him that day, 23rd, 24th. And it said they had been talking for 2 weeks. Now he's saying a couple of months. Could be a mistake. I don't know.
And you already want to start off a friendship by lying? That's pretty impressive. It's a damn good thing I didn't entertain being in a relationship with you and trying to rescue you. Damn good.
Trying to rescue me.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, we bought him 7 sandwiches. And that's pretty much it.
I'm glad I didn't. No offense, but it just second fly. Wow. That's pretty impressive on a short term. Haven't even known you for a couple months. And you already want to start off a friendship by lying? That's pretty.
Nope. He emailed me on January 7th with his phone number, and I called him on January 8th. That's not a couple months.
It's not, but still.
Impressive.
Let's not skirt over the fact that like you're trying to play off as like there was a possibility of a thing between y'all. That is, I don't think I even heard this part the other day.
It's a damn good thing I didn't entertain being in a relationship with you and trying to rescue you. Damn.
Oh,
He said it's a damn good
oh my God. What? Excuse me again.
And trying to rescue. It's a damn good thing I didn't entertain being in a relationship with you and trying to rescue you. Damn.
He said it's a damn good thing I didn't try to rescue you and be in a relationship with you. That's what I'm talking about. Okay.
Wow.
Purple, you you know what's up, bitch.
Okay, hang on. He's messaging me right now.
I was
Why
shocked.
do I need to call you?
Chasing. I was shocked. Shooketh.
Damn good. I'm glad I didn't. No offense, but it just goes to show how big of a piece of shit you are sometimes. I'm just being blunt. Quit lying to me. You follow through on your word, you follow through on your word. You know, the one thing I learned about being in prison, the one biggest thing, was the only thing you have to live off of is your word. The only bond you have is your word.
I was just thinking that perfectly. Literally, you took the words right out of my brain.
But you would know nothing about that because you've never been. All you do is focus on these stupid podcasts about true crime that do absolutely nothing besides gossip about people and try to solve something. Okay? And make money off of it. Make money from people. Donations. I get it. You're trying to make a living too. But don't sit there and lie to somebody who's genuinely trying to be a friend, who has dedicated time on the panel 3 different times. And not once did I ever ask for a payment, did I? Because I'm pretty sure if I asked for a payment, like Ollie, what's up, dude? Holy father. Huh? Oh my god. I gotta call you back, Rich.
Okay.
Okay.
That is that is it. So, I don't think I have to ask what do you guys think. No. You're exactly right, Deeds. This conversation, this recording that you just heard prefaces a conversation where a group of them go against one creator, and that one creator seems to only be trying to focus on the facts. I don't agree with everything, but who do we always agree with everything anyways? We don't agree with everybody all the time. If we did, it'd be boring as fuck. But anyways, that's what we're going to go over tomorrow evening. So I hope y'all are looking forward to that. Let's see. I'm going to put Michael up for a minute. Let's see this baby. I'm going to close the poll out. Let's see. Let's see what the poll was. 253 votes. Let's see. Do you feel this was unacceptable behavior? 87%. Acceptable behavior? 12%. Now, I can guarantee you that 12%, let's not judge them, that 12% is probably like, man, I don't know, maybe if she's doing it for the greater good and she's just trying to get a confession. I mean, some people would think of it like that. But I felt like the awareness to the fact that these people are starting to do the same thing they did with Summer Wells. I mean, Brandy and them have done really good to keep it under control this far, but now that Stacy's out and talking to everybody, this is what this is about. This baby is what this is about. So I know that was heavy. Can I play who? John's video? Who's John? I can play it. Who is it though? Damn. I was shooketh. Sandy, I was shooketh. I was like, what? What is going on? 12% go find your people. I don't know where they are, but see ya. What is it? What are you talking about? Oh, John O'Keefe's. Yes, that is the anniversary today. Yes, I will play that at the end of this live. Absolutely. So, yeah, I just wanted to see what everybody's opinion was on this. I thank y'all for being so open, but I mean, like, even though y'all were disgusted, y'all were being really respectful, and I appreciate that. Yeah, look at the players. Josh, Justin. Thank you, Parody. Parody Patty. Thank you, Shambles. Yeah, who's the circle? Perfectly, you did get a little salty for a minute there. I understand, though. I got salty when I first listened to it, too. I got salty tonight. Like, you can't help it. And it's like, I don't know. Like I said, we're not going to agree with everything everybody does, but there is a boundary, and you have to expect, like, you're up for criticism, right? The same way I'm up for criticism. Everybody's up for criticism. I know, Deed. See, oh yeah, I didn't even think about dropping the link. Shit, my bad, girl. Good thing I didn't, huh? It's just, man, it's crazy. Like, where else does shit like this happen? You know? Let's see. Hold on, I'm looking through something. I think that we were able to critique the actions of a creator without trashing them, in my opinion. Well, some people feel that way, and some people feel completely opposite of that. I cover who I want. Lord. And I did want to touch on the Murdoch. Okay, I think they're going to now. Do I want him to get a retrial? No. Do I think he's going to get it? Yes. That's my opinion. Allegedly, Tracy. I can't, bitch. Let's see. No, I do not want dude to be my marriage counselor. I agree, Tracy. I don't want him to have one, but he does deserve one. That crazy ass lying ass bitch. Man. Like she ruined it for everybody. Oh, it was denied? Hold up. They already ruled on it? It was denied? Oh, wow. That's wrong. See, that's where my brain goes. The fact that he was denied, that's wrong, in my opinion, allegedly. Wow. Like that bitch was really out there lying, though. He'll win on appeal. You think so? Wow. Yeah, me too. I was listening to it on Burden of Proof. Another great channel you should check out if you haven't yet. Can somebody drop Burden's link for me? Let's see. Yeah, that's crazy. She lied. She said Becky lied. Yes, another great drama-free channel, all about the facts. She deserves, Burden needs to be up there. She deserves to be there with Rabbit and Icked Mail, like top notch. But like, no, Miss Judge Lady, why did y'all let me? Oh my God, I can't believe that. I might have to go back and watch it because I cut it off because my phone started dying on the way home. YouTube drains my battery so bad. Yes, watch the very end, please. Right now? You want to watch it right now? I'll play it right now. Where do I find it? And then I'll get off. Fucking Androids. Fuck your iPhone. Yeah, let's play it. Let me go look. Let's see. I'm going to just go to Burden and watch it from her stream. Because I'm pretty sure she streamed it throughout the rest of it. Let's see.
And it was
Okay, here's their little
here.
closing. Okay.
We should be good. I don't know. Just let me.
Oh, look,
glitched
there
it.
I
I'm not sure
am.
how, but hopefully it works now.
Here, let
Yes.
me cut it down while we look. Okay. Okay, here we are. Y'all tell me if this is right. Timestamp 4. That's what I'm at. 4, 36, 37, 38. Oh, I got to cut her back up. I'm hiding the comments, but I'm reading them. Further than this? Okay. Thank you, Burden.
67% of you.
This matter has been remanded to me of a juror.
Is that a man or a woman? That's the woman. Okay, I'm going to pause for a second. And I'm going to wait and see what Burden says. Judge Jean Toll is a woman. Go back to Grandma Sherry's timestamp. Okay. Which was just 2 minutes. Here we go. I'm going to speed it up a little. It sounded like he was talking. Oh, she. Sorry. She was talking a little slower, so.
I have the volume up and it's on live, and he's not there. So, with the video. Golly.
She does, don't she, Melissa?
67% of you do not think that the judge should grant a new trial.
She's 80?
33 yes.
In the matter of the state of South Carolina against Richard Alexander Murdoch. 2022 GS 15-00592, 593, 594, and 595. The following constitutes my ruling on this matter from the bench. This order will be supplemented, as I will explain, after proposed formal orders are received from each side in this matter. This case is unique in my 20 years of experience as a lawyer and my 35 years of experience as an active justice of the Supreme Court and a senior active trial and appellate judge. Usually matters involving possible improper contact with or conduct of a juror arise during or shortly after the trial. The judge then puts the affected juror or jurors under oath, conducts an examination, and rules on the request for a new trial or a mistrial. In this case, I was appointed almost 9 months after the trial to replace the trial judge who was recused. It is now almost 10 months after the verdict was rendered and sentence imposed in this matter. It is now on appeal to the Court of Appeals. Several months after the appeal was filed, the defendant moved that his appeal be suspended and this matter be remanded to the trial court to consider his motion for a new trial on a charge that the clerk of court for Colleton County tampered with the jury by expressing her opinion to the jurors about what their verdict should be and about the credibility of the defendant who had elected to take the stand and testify on his own behalf. Since this matter has been remanded to me, I have set the matter for a pretrial and a final hearing, conducted a telephonic status conference with the attorneys for the parties on December the 21st, 2023. I have received briefs from the parties. I conducted a pretrial proceeding on January the 16th, 2024, in which I invited briefs and arguments by the parties and by the attorneys for certain of the jurors and for the clerk of court, Rebecca Hill. On Friday, January the 26th, 2024, I conducted a hearing on this matter in which I took testimony from one of the jurors. The conduct of the examination conducted solely by me. I received further argument from the attorneys for the state and for the defendant. Today, January the 29th, 2024, I have taken sworn testimony from the remaining 11 jurors who rendered a verdict in this case. This examination was conducted solely by me. I have found no case that provides otherwise in the many cases I have read on the subject of a motion for a new trial on the basis of after discovered evidence of jury tampering or misconduct. I have also received sworn testimony from the clerk of court, Rebecca Hill. Direct examination was conducted by Deputy Attorney General Creighton Waters. Cross-examination was conducted by Defendant Attorney Richard Harpootlian. I have also propounded questions myself to the clerk of court. I also received testimony from the clerk of court for Barnwell County, Rhonda Michael Vaughan, who attended most of the trial and assisted the clerk of court for Colleton County. I've also received testimony from the remaining alternate juror who was, when the matter was deliberated, dismissed from further service. The following is my ruling on the defendant's motion. The standard of proof. The state contends that in order to prevail, the defendant must show, 1, that the clerk of court made an improper comment or propounded an improper question to the member of the jury, to a member of the jury who rendered the verdict. 2, defendant must further show that Ms. Hill's improper comment or question actually influenced the juror's verdict, citing State v. Green, State v. Aldred, and other opinions of our Supreme Court and other authorities. Defendant contends that he must show only that an improper question or comment was propounded to any juror by clerk of court Hill. If so proved, the defendant contends that the motion for the new trial must be granted. Defendant relies on United States v. Rimmer and many other cases. My ruling is this. On the law, the defendant has the burden of proving both the fact of the improper comment or question by the clerk of court, Rebecca Hill, to a juror or jurors, and 2, prejudice suffered by the defendant, specifically that the Hill improper comments to the juror or jurors influenced the juror to vote to convict defendant Murdoch. The facts. Did clerk of court Hill make comments to any juror which expressed her opinion what the verdict would be? Ms. Hill denies A, and so the question becomes, was her denial credible? I find that the clerk of court is not completely credible as a witness. Ms. Hill was attracted by the siren call of celebrity. She
Oh, hell.
and expressed that as early.
What?
It smells like straight pure shit. Like for real.
Oh. 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 Oh, I can't.
Is not completely credible as a witness. Ms. Hill was attracted by the siren call of celebrity. She wanted to write a book.
Oh my God. Oh, my sides hurt. Oh my God, get it together. More is coming. I can't. Oh, fuck.
About the trial and expressed that as early as November 2022, long before the trial began. She denies that this is so, but I find that she stated to the clerk of court, Rhonda McElveen, and others, her desire for a guilty verdict because it would sell books.
Oh.
She made comments about Murdoch's demeanor as he testified, and she made some of those comments before he testified to at least one and maybe more jurors. Did clerk of court Hill's comments have any impact on the verdict of the jury? I find that the answer to this question is no. Each member of this jury took their involuntary assignment very seriously. They obeyed the instructions of the court. They obeyed their oath. These good and decent citizens of Colleton County stood to their duty and rendered their verdict without fear or favor. It was a difficult task. 11 of the jurors very unconditionally said they either heard no comment or if they heard a comment, it had no effect. One juror was ambivalent in her testimony. She was then examined on her previous affidavit in which she said the effect, if any, that she had was pressure she felt from other jurors. The cases are myriad that pressure from fellow jurors is a part of the normal give and take of jury deliberations. The court is not to inquire in any way about what is said in those deliberations. But the juror, who was somewhat ambivalent, said on her oath at the time of trial twice, and said on her oath before me in these proceedings that she stood to her oath.
Wow.
The clerk of court allowed public attention of the moment to overcome her duty. I have read the entire transcript of this lengthy trial, not an easy task. I have studied in detail all of the authorities cited. I have independently researched the case law, learned treatises, and scholarly articles on the subject. Although there is certainly a split in the federal circuits and in the states on the standard of review, I simply do not believe that the authority of our South Carolina Supreme Court requires a new trial in a very lengthy trial such as this on the strength of some fleeting and foolish comments by a publicity influenced clerk of court. This is a matter within the discretion of the trial judge, and I am the trial judge at this moment. I do not feel that I abuse my discretion when I find the defendant's motion for a new trial on the factual record before me must be denied, and it is so ordered. I will file a fuller order which denies this motion on the grounds I have recited on the record before me as a trial judge and the authorities that have been cited by all parties in this matter. To that end, I will hold the record open. I direct that within 4 business days of receipt by the attorneys in this matter of a transcript of these proceedings, a proposed order by the state denying the defendant's motion for a new trial with citations be sent to me and to opposing counsel. I will allow the defendant 4 business days from receipt of the state's proposed order to lodge objections and or submit an alternative proposed order. Upon receipt by the court of all proposed orders, I will finalize this record, submit a written order, and I will at that time transmit the written order to the Court of Appeals, the court which has remanded this matter to me. This hearing is adjourned.
Wow.
Thank you. Let me say this, and I should have said it before I began my order. Hey, members of the audience, would you just be patient with me for one more minute? Please keep your seats. I have probably had more experience with trial and appellate work than anyone else in this room for many years, and it has been an absolute pleasure to receive from these learned lawyers some of the best briefs I've ever received. I know they are
Oh
probably
my
not
God,
just of
gavel
the
geeks.
attorneys who present to me, but of the attorneys who sit with them and help compose the research and the writings that I receive. I know that I put you on a very tight timeline, but my feeling is these matters are best disposed of by the trial judge in a very timely manner, so that you may then go to the authorities that really count more than I do. That is, the appellate authorities who will decide what the standard in this particular matter is. I've not seen a case such as this before. I doubt whether our appellate judges have seen a case such as this before. And they will take a lengthy time to study the record in this matter, the record in the part remanded to me. There are many issues in this case, issues over which I have absolutely no authority whatsoever. But I will say this about the record now that I have read it. And I will say this about the testimony that I heard on Friday and today. Judge Newman said it best in his sentencing when he discussed the weight and the measure of the case presented in testimony and evidence submitted in this case when it was tried. It is a very compelling case supporting the verdict that the jurors reached. He said it with a lot more detail than I do, but now that I've read the record, I say as the successor trial judge, I agree that the evidence was overwhelming and the jury verdict not surprising. This matter is now adjourned.
Damn.
Okay. Also, Tanka, right as I was gonna send that, I went and looked and I didn't send it. Here, I can actually.
Okay, so he will appeal now?
Here.
Look at this woman back here with
I'm
her
pushing
phone.
send. It doesn't. But this, I had absolutely wrote back and never sent it to you, but I did just send it to you. It's not like you're gonna see. It's not like a whole thing, but um, thank you for sharing. My goodness, oh, those eyes. All right, so I'm gonna show you what we just watched actually about the kidnapping. It's just a very
Oh, okay. She's going back to the other thing. Oh my God, that kidnapping was wild. If you haven't seen it, go watch it over here on Burden. I am gonna wrap this up. Let's see. Because I have been on here for almost 2.5 hours. Stephen Smith's mom had a front row seat. Hold on, BHB was there? No, y'all are tripping. Y'all gonna make me pull this shit right back up. Oh, Lord. Okay, fuck it. Let's do it. Oh, let's go see. It ain't gonna hurt. Okay, we need to look at the crowd, right? Well, that's so glitchy. Why did it?
The defendant has the burden of proving both the fact of the improper comment or questions by the clerk of court, Rebecca Hill, to juror 8. Be patient with me for one.
I'm on 360. I can't see her. Point her out. Where's she at? Where's she at? Oh, thank you, Evil Queen. Y'all. Thank you, baby. If you got gifted by Evil Queen, make sure to thank her. What? Here, we'll play George real quick.
Twerk, 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 twerk that ass. Come on. Twerk, 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 twerk that ass. Come on. Twerk, 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 twerk that ass. Come on. Twerk, 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 twerk that ass. Move that ass. Left to right, gon' work that ass. Twerk, 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 twerk that ass. Come on. Twerk, 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 twerk that ass. Come on.
Let me hide the comments. I don't think she's in the courtroom. You can see her really well when the prosecutor is speaking. What? Let me. Damn it. Okay, here we are.
Back and reiterate as to the standard, and ultimately, we've of course argued that the defendant has the burden.
Is that her with the pink scarf on? No, it ain't. No, it ain't. You don't have to, Lady 7-Up. No one would expect, not over here. No one over here would expect you to, except for maybe Cash, but he's not here right now. No, that's not her. Yes, it is. Oh my God. Small head, rubbernecking. Sure, that's her. It is it? Does she got a hat on?
We've also
No. No, I don't think that's her. Is it? It kind of does favor.
Standard for Your Honor, of course, is first of all, was there any misconduct that occurred?
Okay, well, let's investigate this. Okay, here's what we do. We go to Bullhorn Betty. And y'all said she was out there live streaming today. Oh my God, she's got a pink scarf on. Okay, hold on. Let's see. All right, we got to compare. Oh, she does got thin glasses on too. Oh my gosh. Okay. So let's examine this woman. She's got the thin glasses on, her hair pulled back. She doesn't have a cap on, but she does have like a pink scarf here and something gray right here that's either a scarf or like a thick part of a jacket. Okay. So let's go. Oh, no fucking way. Look at her doing her thing. She should get to if JLR gets to, damn it. Let's see. Especially if she ain't causing mayhem. She's just hanging out, trying to see what's up. What's up? Okay, let's see. Okay, so she was outside. All right. And then she goes inside, I guess. And then, no, she's playing it on the other. Okay. So let's see. So then they're back inside. Now we're back outside. And there is 2 scarves. Let's see what she looks like when she comes out for the day. Right? That's what? No. No, there's no way. You can't see her. I mean, but that scarf get up
the
is
people.
pretty damn close, bruh. I think that is her. And that gray one right there under the pink, that's the gray one. Huh. Well, how about that? Damn. Seen it there on Bops. Okay. This is on Bops. That is her. Do I need to try 720? Oh no, that looks worse. Why does it look worse? 1080? Oh, that's a little better. Okay. Hold on. No, I thought she had a black jacket on. Oh shit, I'm not sharing. Sorry, guys. My bad, my bad. Look, there she went again. Look. There look. Yeah, that's totally Betty. Well, I mean, good for her. She traveled there, she ain't causing no chaos. Let her be. Good for her. Look at her up there, feeling all important and shit. Oh, watch it now. I'm gonna become a Betty sympathizer. see. Oh, yeah. Oh, for fucking sure. Yeah, that's Betty. Okay. Wow. Well, I mean, you know. All right, guys. Well, thanks for coming and hanging out with me tonight. Come back tomorrow. We are going to finish off that stream, and it's where the lab, Justin, everybody kind of comes on the panel, and they talk a little shit about this other creator, and then that creator joins, and you'll hear how they were condemning her for basing solely on facts while they were congratulating Brooks. It's kind of weird. So make sure you come back tomorrow. Yes, hit the like, dislike, lurkers. If you hanging out waiting to see if I was going to talk shit, wrong. Hit the dislike. I'll catch y'all on the flip side later, Gators. Bye.
Bye, Felicia.